let's be honest. When we're told to bring Buddhist principles like compassion and non-anger into a toxic workplace, it can sound like a recipe for getting crushed. We picture a Zen employee who just silently absorbs a boss's tirade, or a passive colleague who just says yes to an impossible workload, all while inwardly breathing through the pain. We think it means becoming a doormat. What if this is the single greatest misunderstanding of the path? What if true compassion is not passive? And what if the Buddhist middle way is actually the strongest and clearest way to handle conflict? Hello, and thank you for joining our conversation here at the Mindful Compass. Today, we're talking about a reality that so many of us face: workplace conflict, that difficult boss, that undermining colleague, that culture of stress. It feels like we have only two options. One, fight. We stand up for ourselves by yelling, gossiping, or fighting back, which just adds more poison to the system and burns us out. Two, flight or freeze. We become passive. We shut down. We accommodate. We say yes when we mean no. And we go home feeling violated, unseen, and resentful. The Buddhist path offers a third, more skillful, and far more powerful option. It's not about being a doormat, and it's not about being a warrior. It's about being a clear-headed, compassionate gardener. To understand this, we need to reframe the entire situation. Your mind, your well-being, and your integrity are a garden. Here is the analogy to see it clearly. The analogy: the kind fence. Imagine your mental well-being is a garden you're tending. It's where you grow your peace, your focus, and your joy. Now, your difficult boss or colleague is like someone who, out of their own carelessness, or their own suffering, or their own bad habits, keeps trampling your garden. They stomp on your plants. Being a doormat, passivity, is letting them. You just watch, heartbroken, as your garden is destroyed. This is not compassionate. It's an act of self-abandonment. Being an aggressor, hatred, is planting landmines or poison ivy around the garden. You attack the trampler. Now you have a war. The air is filled with poison, and the garden is ruined by the fallout. The Buddhist middle way is to skillfully, calmly, and firmly build a kind fence. The fence is right speech. Its intention is not to harm or punish the trampler. That's aggression. Its intention is to protect the garden. That's wisdom. And clearly communicate the boundary. That's compassion. A kind fence is not a wall of hatred. It is a structure of clarity. So, what does this kind fence sound like in an office? The doormat says, "Okay, I'll just redo the whole report for the fourth time," while seething inside. The aggressor says, "This is impossible. You're always changing your mind. You're a terrible boss. This is just poison." The kind fence, right speech, sounds like, "I see the direction has changed. To do this new version, I will need to move the deadline for Project X. Can we agree on that? I am happy to work on this. To do it right, I need to be clear on the priorities. Can we take 5 minutes to define done? When being yelled at, I want to solve this. I can't do my best work when you are raising your voice. I am going to step away for a moment, and I will come back in 10 minutes. Notice, the kind fence is firm. It is clear. It is truthful. And it is non-aggressive. It is not about attacking the person. It is about protecting the integrity of the garden and the work. This practice is for the moment before you enter the difficult conversation. or just as you feel yourself getting triggered. I call this the clear and kind pause. 1. Feel the ground. You're on the phone, in the meeting. You feel the heat rise. Before you react, just feel your feet on the floor. Take one breath. This is you finding your ground. 2. Set your inner intention. Silently, in your mind, set 2 goals. Just 2. Be clear. This is your wisdom. What is the truth of the situation? Be kind. This is your compassion. First, to yourself. You will not be a doormat. Second, to them. You will not be an attacker. 3. Speak from that place. Let your words come from that intention. Clear and kind. This pause shifts you from your reactive lizard brain, fight or flight, to your wise mind, the compassionate gardener. Buddhist practice in the workplace is not about becoming a doormat. It is the ultimate training in becoming a peaceful, clear, and unshakable. It's the courage to stop participating in the drama of aggression and passivity, and to instead introduce a third option: clarity. You are not the doormat. You are not the attacker. You are the gardener. And you have every right to build a kind, strong fence to protect your garden. This is the hard, brave work of the path. Let's practice it together. First, please share this video with a friend or colleague who is also navigating a difficult workplace. Let them know they are not alone. Second, in the comments, let's share our strength. What is one kind fence statement you could practice this week? It could be as simple as, I need to check my calendar. And third, if you find this path of inquiry valuable and wish to continue these conversations, I warmly invite you to subscribe and follow our channel. Thank you for joining this conversation. May you be well. May you be peaceful. And may you find the profound strength to be both clear and kind.